What's up, gang? It's Willie Rebuild, baby, back with another one. That's right, today we back on old last chance. We gotta go ahead and tighten a few things up in the inside of the car. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, baby, it's free. Shout out to my boy, Tulu TV, for joining the membership. He got a YouTube channel doing some LS stuff, some G-body stuff. Y'all go over there and check out my boy Tulu TV. Shout out to him, gang. But we back over here on Project Last Chance. And let me get this camera turned around and let y'all know what we got going on today, gang. So what we gotta do today, gang, we gotta go ahead and get these seats pulled out. Gotta get the carpet pulled out. We gotta go ahead and weld in the bracket for the console. Also, we gotta put the bracket in for the shifter, gang. That's the two brackets. Let me go ahead and start pulling out the trim pieces. This one here already loose. That one there already loose. Two of the bolts right there. Seats loose. I got a screw and each seat just holding them in. So let me go ahead and get me an old 13 millimeter and go ahead and pull these seats out. We going with a factory shifter. As you can see, no need to get a factory fancy shifter. He got a 6-speed transmission in here, so it's not a big need to go with a fancy shifter because all he gonna have is drive and manual, unless he gets some paddle shifters and put on it. But that's the task today. Gotta get this out. Still waiting on that brace to come in for Project Big Shot. But right now what I'm doing is I'm letting that old rust mark marinate on the metal that I'm gonna keep and treating that. And also I ran into a couple of spots back here in the back where I had to put a patch in. Got a spot right here, look like a little slice of pizza I put in there. And I got another spot over there. I'm not finished with that yet. I gotta do a little bit more welding on it. And then I'm gonna seal the whole floor in. Another thing, I got a couple of spots back here with a little pitting in them. No big deal. Those right there, I'm not gonna cut them out. I already treated them with the rust mark, and I'm gonna go over that with some PO 15 and then put a little bit of Bondo glass on it, and that should take care of that. That's not too bad, just mainly pitting. I just want to get it sealed in good to prevent it from rusting any further. But that's what it looked like when your rust mark working. You can see all that metal in there is turning black. I done treated this like 2 or 3 times. This probably about the 3rd time in a day. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna pull these flow pans out and PO 15 the whole flow. Let it sit for maybe a day, and then we gonna come back and weld in the flow pans, gang. But that's what we got going right now. Today's task is getting these brackets welded in, getting the shifter installed. I'm gonna have to go get a shift cable for it. I'm trying to get Project Last Chance in drivable condition. That way when my tuner come, we can drive this thing up out of here, gang. That's right. I'm gonna cut y'all back on in a second. Let me get a wrench, take these seats out, and then show y'all what we got going on, gang. Old Willie Rebuild, baby. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. All right, gang, we back. So right now I got the brackets just held in with some self-tappers. And the only thing you're gonna do in this situation is just get the console lined up to where it need to be, how it need to be. I might need to go back with it a little. I can't remember if this bracket go on top of that bracket. I might need to check real quick, but I think it got a little small gap in between the brace and the bracket. But I'll double check to make sure before I weld it in. Let me take the console and sit it in. Trying to do this with one hand. Trying to do this with one hand. And the shifter not bolted. It's just sitting there. So the shifter might want to move around a little bit, but that's all I did right there. Just lined it all up. Lined the bolts up in the front here. Shifter need to go forward a little. And that's how I did it. I think that's about right, gang. What y'all think? Give y'all a side view. Give y'all a little side view of what it looked like. I think we about where we need to be at. Seatbelt on side the console. Think we about where we need to be at, gang. Might need to go back just a tad bit. That bracket might go on top of the brace, so I might need to back it up a little bit. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit the back seat in, and then I can kind of gauge if I need to go back or forward just a little bit. But I'm in the ballpark where it need to be at. I know that for sure. So let me get that. Let me sit that back seat in, because I got the seats stacked up on top of each other. So let me put that back seat in and get a little fitment to see, because I can kind of gauge how close or how far back it need to go. But I think it's kind of close in the ballpark where it need to be. So let me double check, and then I'll cut y'all back on in a minute. All right, gang. I sit the back seat in, and that look about good right there where we at. I mean, it's not gonna be perfect unless I take the measurements from another car, but where it's at right now, look about spot on with me. For me, anyway, I'm thinking it's good. I'm about to pull a weld out, prep the metal, and go ahead and weld it in, gang. That's right. We going in, we going with this right here. The console looks straight when you look in front to back with the dash. And I think the interior man put that ashtray bracket back in crooked. So I might need to straighten that out, because you can see it's not straight with the dash itself. But we gonna go in right there, gang. Gonna get the welder, get it welded in, and get the bracket and shit in there for good. Then we'll go pick up a shift cable and get the shift cable hooked up. They should be calling me any day with the drive shaft. And we gonna go from there, gang. That's right. All right, gang. We went ahead and prepped the surfaces up. And now we gonna hit the surface with a little weld through primer. If I can get the top off. And get at a little weld through primer. I'ma spray the bottom side of both of the brackets with a little weld through primer. But before I do that, I'ma go ahead and drill me some more holes in the brackets right here where I'ma be welding at. And we gonna get it welded in, gang. I'm gonna let that weld through primer dry a few minutes, drill the holes, and then we gonna get the brackets welded into the core, gang. Yes, sir. Alright, gang, so as y'all can see, they in there like swimwear. We welded them in. So now, all I'm gonna do is take a little high heat paint. High heat paint. Paint back around the areas where I welded. And that's just to prevent it from rusting. Because the brackets, they were bare metal. So that'll keep it from rusting. And just give it a little coat of paint, make it look good. Blend back in, give it a good factory look. Give it a good factory look like we had it. And there you go, gang. Brackets installed. Shifter bracket. And the shift bracket and the console bracket. We gonna go ahead and let that dry a little while. And while we waiting on that to dry, we gonna run and go pick up a shift cable so we can get the shifter installed. And yeah, gang, one more step closer to getting no Project Last Chance back on the road, baby. That's right. I'm gonna also have to get some of those little studs to screw the shift in too. I'll show y'all that once I get back. Let me see if I can find some studs while I'm on my way to Summit. Try to get everything I need to get this thing wrapped up, gang. That's right. Don't forget, like, share, comment, and subscribe, baby. I'm gonna turn y'all back on in a minute. Alright, gang, so after some time, as y'all can see, day turned into night. And old Willie rebuild still in the lab grinding, baby. But as y'all seen before, we got the brackets welded in. I went ahead and used these fittings. Brought them from AutoZone to press into the metal so I can bolt the shifter down. I'm running a factory shifter, and the reason that I'm doing that is because this car got a 6-speed transmission in it, and the only way you're gonna be able to get all the gears is if you get paddle shifters. One of those shifters that they sell, so you can hook up manual to it, so you can use it the way it work in the cars that it come out of. But the problem I'm having right now is I got this ShiftWorks kit. As you can see, I done already mounted the bracket to the shifter, but the problem is the cable is not long enough, so I'm gonna have to go and get a longer cable tomorrow. It's already late now. I done been to Summit twice, and there's no more I can do today. So I'm gonna have to check back in with y'all tomorrow once I get a longer cable. And also, I went ahead and picked up the smaller pulley for the power steering so I can get some clearance down there on my power steering line. But that's about it for the day, gang. I want to give y'all the finished product, so I'm gonna turn y'all back on tomorrow. For me, it'll be a few minutes for y'all. Like I see, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and press that subscribe button. Old Willie Rebuild gonna give you the real deal on how to get it done, baby. That's right. Coulda went brought a fancy shifter, but I mean, there's no need to go spend $500 and you're only gonna be able to catch drive. So that's the situation. That's why I'm using this ShiftWorks setup. I mean, at this point, we probably could have just put a few more dollars and got an aftermarket shifter, but now it's neither here or there. We just gotta get the cable, and I can get everything to work the way it need to work, gang. So I'm gonna cut y'all back on in a minute. All right, gang, we back. After some running around and figuring out the figure outs, I got the factory shifter working like a champ, baby. That's right. But what we had to do is, I had to get a shift cable kit from ShiftWorks, and the cable that come with the kit is too short, so I had to get a longer cable. But as you can see, we working good now. We cooking with grease, gang. And the reason that we didn't go with an aftermarket shifter is because, like I told y'all, the car got a 6-speed in it. The gears are not gonna work. You're not gonna be able to shift the car manual unless you put the paddle shifters, or they sell a big shifter that go in there. I ain't really a fan of that. I think I'll take the paddle shifters over the shifter that they sell to make it to where you can put it in manual and shift it manual when you got a 6-speed, 8-speed, and a 10-speed. But now it's time to cut. All right, gang, we back. And after a little bit of ripping and running, couple of trips to Summit, I finally got everything I needed to get the shifter to function right, the factory shifter. And as you can see, it's shifting all gears and going back to pulp. Now, the reason we didn't go with an aftermarket shifter is because the shifter kind of just gonna be for show, because you're not gonna be able to manual shift the car. So that's why me and the customer agreed to put the factory flow shifter back in. Now, you're kind of damned if you do and damned if you don't, because the kit that I use, this ShiftWorks kit, is kind of expensive. I think that kit alone was like 200 and some change. Let me see if I can get the part number for it. This is the instruction manual. Let me see if I can find a part number, if the part number is on the box. So this your part number right here. Your part numbers, they kind of two, but the last two numbers look like 05. 05 and 06. This one's 06, that one's 05. But if you got a 6-speed transmission, this shift cable that come in the kit with it is not gonna work. I done forgot the part number for the one I just brought. Let me see. This might be it right here. Yeah, that's the part number right there, K148. And that shift cable is actually for Chevelle, I think, gang. So I had to modify the kit. The modified kit needed to be modified because it's not really to work with this big 8-speed transmission. The transmission's so big, the cable wasn't long enough. So I got a 48-inch cable instead of this 30-inch cable, and that did the trick. And I'll give y'all a peek under the car of what that look like. That's the bracket. That's the cable. It come with 2 different arms that go to the shifter. And also, Mr. Monte Carlo, man, you asked me about the drive shaft. There go your drive shaft in the car. As y'all can see, I might change that bushing to a flat bushing. Not the bushing, the seal. I might change that seal to a flat seal. And that'll give it a little bit more space in between there, because I don't want the drive shaft to go forward and damage the seal. But that's about it with the Monte Carlo. All we gotta do now, gang, all we gotta do now is take everything back loose, because I need to cut the holes in the carpet for the brackets, and then I need to cut the hole in there for the shift cable, gang. So I'm gonna start squaring all that away, and I'm gonna turn y'all back on in a minute. Alright, gang, we back. And as y'all can see, old Miyagi done bolted the console in for good. Console in, shifter in. I'm not sure what the customer want to do about the steering column, but the shifter is now in the car, it's functional. The seats might be in for good, not gang. Might not have a reason to take the seats back out. I think I can put the kick panels back in. Might have to remove the back seats to get the kick panels back in. But other than that, the front seats they in for good. I gotta find some more bolts. I only have like 1 bolt in the driver's seat, 2 bolts in the passenger seat, and also I gotta go ahead and paint those covers for the seat, and then clean the seats off, because the seats done got a little bit dusty in the shop. And now in the inside, all we doing is waiting on the interior man to wrap the dash bezel. He doing the door panels. He doing the kick panels, the rear little quarter panel. He doing those in the door panels the same way as the seats, red with the diamond stitching in the center with black stitching. And other than that, last chance is just about ready to go. I got the smaller pulley right here for the power steering pump. I haven't put it on yet, but other than that, old last chance just about ready to get up out of here. I put the drive shaft under it, ran the AC lines. I think I need to put some oil in the compressor, but other than that, it's just about done under the hood. I got a wire in the fan controller I was kind of waiting on the fans to come. The customer ordered the wrong fans and had to send them back. And that's one of the problems that I be talking about when customers order parts. I don't know what's going on with the fans, so I might just wire up the ones that's in it and change the connectors on them, but we won't be able to drive the car because with those fans in it that's in here right now, the car is definitely gonna run hot, gang. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about that situation. As for Project Big Shot, I've been kind of leaving y'all behind on that. It's hot. I'm only working a few hours out of the day and some hours in the evening to try to get around the heat. But as y'all can see, I done started welding in the flow pans. I didn't do a lot of recording on it. Still got a good bit of welding to do. Got the brace right here in the back seat. The brace finally came in. I was able to fit the brace up in the car. And the brace fit pretty good. That's about where it's gonna go. About right there. And it's kind of crooked right now. Just throwed it in there for y'all, but it's about where it's gonna be at right there. I got some holes I screwed in with some self-tappers to line it into place where it's really gotta sit. And I self-tapper the seat brackets in to make sure everything lined up the way it's supposed to be before I start welding it in for good. And on this side, I got a couple of little patches I need to put back while I was removing the seat brackets. But that's no big deal. Like I said, a lot of that I could weld from the bottom to weld it back to the bracket to fill a hole in like that. But just wanted to give y'all an update on Last Chance to let y'all see I still been working on it. And it's just about ready for me to drop the engine back in it. Still waiting on my trans guy to finish building the trans, because this not the trans that's gonna go in the game. But other than that, as y'all can see, old Willie Rebuild still in the sweat factory and still getting the job done, baby. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Old Willie Rebuild is getting up out of this hot box, baby. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon and it's hot as camel piss in here. I'm out of here, baby.